lesson is for Grade 1 Math for the week of May 4th to May 8th, Lesson 2, and it's designed for the students participating in the Bridges curriculum. Today we will add and subtract multiples of 10 by using hundreds charts, tens frames, and number lines in order to add and subtract two-digit numbers fluently. What are multiples of 10? Well, when we skip count by 10, we start with 10, and 10 more makes 20, then 30, and 40, and so on. We call these numbers multiples of 10. We're going to do that today by using hundreds charts, tens frames, and number lines. And the reason why we want to do that today is that we want to add and subtract two-digit numbers fluently. So that means that the numbers that we're adding today will have two digits, which means a number in the tens place and a number in the ones place. And we want to do that fluently, which means quickly, easily, efficiently, and by using a strategy that's flexible and makes sense. Which one doesn't belong is a math routine that encourages students to think critically and justify their reasoning. There are many correct answers to this question. Which one do you think doesn't belong with the others? Think for a minute and share your idea with someone else. I was thinking that B doesn't belong because it's the only one that doesn't have a group of 6. Which one did you pick? First graders are learning how to add and subtract tens using place value patterns rather than counting by ones. Students may use hundreds charts or number lines to build their understanding of adding 10. Here's an example of how to add 27 plus 10. We could count by ones like this. We could start on 27 and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do you notice about the sum of 37? Yes, it's directly below the 27 on the 100 chart. That's because there are 10 boxes in every row on a 100 chart. So every time we add 10 on a 100 chart, our sum will be directly below the number. So adding 10 will put our sum directly below our number. You may have also noticed that there are 2 10s and 7 1s in 27. In 37, there are now 3 10s and 7 1s. There are 3 10s since we added 1, and the 7 stays the same. Will this work again if we add another 10? Let's try with 37 plus 10 more. I'm going to count by ones just to make sure that our pattern will continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, again, my sum is directly below the 37 on the next row of the hundreds chart. I can see that my pattern continued because there were 3 10s in 37 and 7 1s. Then I added one more 10, so now I have 4, and my 7 1s stayed the same. So now that we've figured out this pattern, every time we add 10, we can just add a 10 in the tens place, or if I'm looking at a hundreds chart, I can just skip down a row on the hundreds chart. This pattern will help first graders add tens efficiently without having to count by ones every time. Adding 10 on a hundreds chart will help first graders arrive at their answers much more quickly, and they will be less likely to make a counting error. What does this look like when we use subtraction? Let's try with 27 minus 10. Let's find the number 27. We want to subtract 10. We could count back by ones like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do you notice about the difference? Yes, it's directly above the 27 on the 100s chart. That's because there are 10 boxes in every row on the hundreds chart, so every time we subtract a 10, our answer will be directly above the number. You might have also noticed that there are 2 10s in the number 27 and 7 ones. And in 17, there's 1 10 and 7 ones. So there's 1 10 because we took one of the 10s away, and the 7 1 stays the same. Will this work again if we try a different expression? Let's pick 62. And now I want to take away 2 10s, or 20. Let's find 62 on the 100s chart. Since now we have proven that our strategy will work of counting back a 10, let's see if we can jump back 2 rows on our 100s chart. If I take away my first 10, that would be 52. But remember, we wanted to take away 20, so I have to take away another 10 by counting back another row. So now we have taken away 10 2 times, so we know that we have done 62 minus 20, and our answer is 42. Let's take a look at our place value and make sure that we're correct. We started out with 6 10s, and we took away 2 10s, so we have 4 10s. We started out with 2 in the ones place, but we didn't take away any ones, and we still have 2 in the ones place. So we know that our answer is correct. Number lines are a very useful tool, especially if a hundreds chart is not available. First graders can easily draw a number line if they need to. First graders have been practicing using a number line to count by ones and have recently discovered that they can add more efficiently by taking larger jumps. Let's practice again with our example of 27 plus 10. The first thing we'll need to do is locate 27 on our number line. And first graders have learned that they do not have to start their number lines at 1. So we're going to start with our larger addend of 27. We can count on by ones like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get to our answer of 37. However, if you can remember that 27 and 10 more is 37, we can skip count in one big jump to show that we are adding a 10. Isn't that much easier to do it that way? And it's much faster too. And I know I'm correct because when I look back at my answer, I can see that 27 has 2 10s and 7 ones, and 37 has 3 10s and 7 ones. Now let's try. You can try this on your own by completing using 10s to count, add, and subtract. The squares along the side are similar to a number line. You can label every 10 squares or every square if you want to. So for example, starting At the very bottom, we could count up by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then label right here. 10 squares are grouped together in gray, so 10 more would be 20. 10 more would be 30. 10 more would be 40. And the last group of 10 makes 50. Use this number line to help you complete the problems. Next, show what you learned by completing using tens to count, add, and subtract number 4 and number 5. Make sure you keep this work to turn into your teacher at another time. Thanks, and see you again next week.